Okay, I want to ask Mum a few questions about these visitors that she has. Now, how long have you been seeing ghostly like figures, Mum?
I'd say about 12 years.
About 12 years. So, what do they actually do?
Well, they just come and go.
So,
And the first time I went down to a friend of mine's, and she had said that she had a friend that was psychic and that she was very interested in that sort of thing. And I said, I often think about people that I haven't seen, say, for a year, might be down when I'm shopping or anywhere, and I'll suddenly see them. And then I'll be at my kitchen sink up in Denby, and I think of this friend I used to work with, and I didn't have a lot, keep in common that much. And I'd think about her, and about 2 hours later she'd ring me. That sort of thing has been going on for quite a while. Well, after this friend asked me had I seen anything or anything else, and I said no. And after about a month, I had been asleep, but I woke up and I knew I was awake, and I saw these two women up there like that, and they had all this thick makeup on, just more or less their head and shoulders, and they were laughing and laughing and laughing. I couldn't hear them, but I could see them, and then suddenly they just floated away. Well, and I told my friend, she says, "Oh, I'm very interested."
mm-hmm.
And the next time was I had the flu, and I was sleeping on the settee because Grandad said I was keeping him awake, and he had to go to work the next day. So I didn't mind. I could watch telly any time, day and night. But anyway, I was there watching telly. I hadn't been sleeping, and suddenly this woman, unusual, just her head and shoulders, and she had a great big long neck, thick, and she had quite a bit of makeup on, and she was just looking at me, and then she disappeared. Well, I never saw anything again for quite a while, and then this time I was watching television. Dad had gone to bed.
Granddad.
Granddad had gone to bed. He'd been there about an hour, and I used to stay up and tape things for him to watch because the best things are later at night. And I suddenly see him. He walked past me, and he had this old green striped nightshirt he had on, which was now in the rag bag in the garage, and it startled me, and I thought, I wonder if he's passed away. So I tiptoed down into the bedroom, all upset, and there he was snoring. And then one of Lid's friends, family, the Willemans, one of them lived across the road from me, and because she was at work all day and the children were at school, she had this big fluffy cat, and it used to visit, and it used to like to come and sit by the fire. Well, I went to bed one night, and then I very thirsty, and I thought, oh, I'll get up and have a drink like you do. And there was their cat sitting in the hallway. And I thought, because Terry had put a light in the ceiling.
Oh, your skylight.
So it was lighter there. And I thought, the crafty thing, where's it been hiding? And then I put the the light on and there was no cat there. And another time I saw one in the lounge sitting, very contented, where they keep their feet under them and sitting there. It was a sort of a greyish tabby cat. And that, I saw it and then it disappeared.
Wow.
I can't remember if I saw anything else at that house. I'm not sure. I could have done, because I do forget things. I'm getting old. Don't get old. And then, since I've been in this house, and after Grandad passed away, it was probably about 2 or 3 months later, I was sitting where I am now, and he suddenly came and was right in front of me, and it was like a big picture, not coloured, and I looked and there was no expression on his face at all, but it was him, and then they just float away. Well, then I remember I was sitting where your mother's sitting, opposite me, and that was in the daytime, and I looked up quick, something caught my eye, and it was my eldest sister, Beryl, and she just was looking and floated away.
Wow.
And then another time I saw Dad again, but he was out in the middle, and he just went and just disappeared. And another time I saw this old man come from up there, and he had a great big beard and fluffy hair. He was really a funny old man, and then he disappeared.
And you had a child, like some child as well, come visit you too, didn't you?
Can't remember.
Yeah, you
that.
said that some boy had come and you...
Oh yeah, there was a boy, but I've forgotten now what he looked like. There was a young boy. It wasn't my John.
No, he was ginger, wasn't he, with freckles or something?
I can't remember now. You see, I don't remember things a lot.
You do very well, Mum. You remember most things,
and
especially
then-
when rent's due. She's got a better she's got a better memory than me most of the time. What hope have I got?
And then I saw another old man, and it was just a few days ago, and he was all raggedy and sort of like a tramp. But an old tramp from years ago, when they used to wear funny old coats and things like that, and he disappeared. And then the latest one was a couple of days ago, and I had been asleep and somebody banged me.
I've had that
and
happen.
I thought it was Lynn had come in, because she often does. If she's in here, she'll say, bang me and say, Mum, you're asleep again, in the daytime.
Yeah, not very often I do that though.
But
Usually I tell you.
Yeah, but you have banged me, sort of nudged me. But this, and I've had nudges before where they've really gone hard. Well, this one was sort of quite a hardish tap. And something that's never happened before. This was in colour. And it was a young woman, and she had a very short fringe, and her hair came down straight down here and then cut round. It was sort of a severe cut, dark brown. And she had this beautiful pink, lightish pink, pretty pink. Well, I don't know if it was a coat. It was like it was like a coat. And she came towards me, and she had this lovely cup and saucer like the old ones with all shapely and bit of gold round it. And she came across like that, sort of to me, but then she went past me.
Wow.
And I haven't had anything since. But I definitely I've been woken up before. Because Dad used to do that, Granddad. I used to doze off and he'd say, hello, are we sleeping again?
We're catching flies.
Or catching flies, because he took a photo of me up the other house and he said, I took a photo of you, you sleep with your mouth open. And I said, I don't. He said, well, I've got a photo of you. And my God, I was sitting there with my head back and my mouth wide open. And I said, oh, don't take another photo like that.
Yeah, wow.
So I don't know why these things happen, and they don't frighten me. And my mother said if there is somewhere where you can come back when I'm gone to see you, I will, but I've never seen her. Never seen her at all. But I did see my sister Beryl. And there has been other things, but I can't remember them. But somebody asked
Well, one went through you and scared you. What was that one? Or was that Sally? Sally said that somebody visited you and it frightened you because they went through you.
I can't remember.
This must be Sally exaggerating. Who knows?
I know. Then, I can remember things later, and I think, oh yeah,
Yeah. So that's.
So you either believe me or you don't. But all I know is it happens to me. And this, I think Sally and Lynn sometimes say, especially Sally, have you seen any more, Mum? And I say no, and I hadn't for quite a while. And then the last thing was that girl, and she was in colour.
So all the others have been sort of smoky and grey.
Well, the ones up there were coloured because they had all that makeup on, and they looked like they were jeering at me, laughing at me.
That's right, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and that wasn't a very nice feeling.
And
then when I told my friend, oh, and she'll ring me up and say, have you seen any more? Oh, and if I went down, she wanted to talk about it, But I didn't make any of it up.
No,
I'm
no,
not
you're
that
not.
sort of person.
No.
Because I've never believed in that thing. But Sally's been telling me for a long time she's been seeing people. And I'm a bit sceptical, I sort of thought, how you do.
Like me, I'm a bit sceptical about her, not you,
And
but her.
But then I started seeing it, and I kind of didn't sort of believe her. And she said to me, I said, I think it was to God, because she has this God thing. I don't know. I don't really have a God thing like that. But anyway, and she said, I prayed that because Mum doesn't believe me, I want Mum to start seeing things. And she said probably 2 or 3 months, and I started saying I was seeing things.
Yeah, that's weird, eh?
But I've often thought of people. I'll be in the high street, in town, and I've been thinking of somebody. There was somebody. I was going down to your bank, down that road, and I was thinking about somebody. I don't know why, and that person came up, and there she was. And
I do that. I do that. I think a lot of us do it, and we, with all of a sudden we think about somebody, and next minute they ring, or you bump into them, and you can't believe it. I mean, that happens to all of us. Yeah. Whether it's coincidence, because but it's just strange how,
Well, like Maori, that one I said when I was standing at the kitchen sink. I sometimes ring her up, and I say, no, she'd ring me up, And I say, guess what? I was just thinking about you. I said, I know you won't believe me. And Terry's been there and he's laughed. Yeah. But it happened quite a few times to Maori. And it's happened here. I've thought about her and I haven't seen her for... She lives out on a farm. She's quite a busy person. And I've thought, just sort of thought, oh, I wonder how Maori is. And she'll ring and I'll say to her again, I said, I know you won't believe me, but I was only not long thinking about you.
Mm.
And it's strange. Then I feel that they don't believe me because it happens so often.
Mm. Wow.
Anyway, that's my story.
Yeah, well, I don't see anybody. Nobody wants to visit me. I'm too much of a bitch, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's that.